Hey, what's up guys, it's Alejandro here, and today I'll be talking about the Xbox Series X. So I've been a console gamer for a long time now, even though I'm currently a PC gamer. Starting with the PlayStation 2, we've had two different PlayStations 2. One of them was the fat model, and the other one was a slim model. The fat one we lost in the house fire, unfortunately. And the slim one, well, it couldn't read discs anymore, so yeah, just get rid of that. And also I kind of messed up the power button, so yeah, I tried to repair it back in 2019. I didn't know that much about technology, so I didn't know what I was doing. Then we had the Xbox 360. Now I had a lot of memories on the Xbox 360 because, you know, I was playing Grand Theft Auto, Minecraft, Skyrim, Saints Row 4, and plenty of other games. I've also been playing PC games, mostly older ones because I couldn't run any of the newer ones because my hardware was too weak at the time. I was trying to make the best out of it, just playing whatever game I could possibly play. I was playing Minecraft at 10 frames per second, but back in the day, I was perfectly fine with that. I don't know why. Nowadays, 10 FPS will literally make me go insane. If it's any demanding game, I would play it on console because my PC just couldn't do it. And then we got an Xbox One back in 2019, which, I mean, it was kind of too late for that because Series X just got announced 6 months later, and then a whole nother year later it gets released. But we did get the Xbox Series X back in November, 4 months ago, which is not a bad time. You know, it's still a new console and it's just barely starting to become easier to buy. So here's what I think about the Xbox Series X. So after using it for 4 months, so far it's a pretty damn good console. I'm not gonna lie. It's a significant upgrade from our old base Xbox One. I hated the Xbox One because of its massive external power brick. Sony already had an internal power supply when they released the PS3 Slim 2009. Then Microsoft just barely came up with it with the Xbox One S 2016. It took them 7 years to catch up. I also hated the touch sensitive buttons because, I mean, literally anything could just sense it, you know, it's touch sensitive. Touch sensitive buttons are the worst thing to ever be created in humanity. It should be destroyed. If you have one of those friends that like to mess with you, yeah, they're gonna have a fucking field day with you, bro. They'll just wave their hand around it, and then boom, it just turns off, and then they just run away and never come back. And then you get mad and you just smash your controller to the floor into a bunch of pieces like any regular sane person would do. Wait, nobody does that? Man, I thought everybody did that, man. What the hell? I didn't say nothing, bro. Anyway, we also bought the Xbox One used, so, you know, if it's used, you know damn well there's gonna be problems with it. I got it for my 15th birthday, and if you do the math, I turned 15 in 2019, so that was literally the same year that the Xbox Series X was announced. But it wasn't announced until 6 months later, and it wasn't even released until a year later. But 2019 is still not a really good time to be buying an Xbox One, because there's a new console right around the corner, and I didn't know about it at the time, and I kind of regretted buying it. It was still an okay console, but it was just things I didn't like about it. We got the Xbox Series X as an early Christmas present. We got it from GameStop because the other stores didn't have it in stock. There was a bunch of Xbox Series S's, but let's be real, nobody wants an Xbox Series S. At first, we didn't have that many new games to throw at it until about a month later. We had Game Pass for a bit, and we had a few games to go along with it. I apologize for the external recording. I was having issues with my capture card, not letting me change the resolution to 4K on the Xbox. Okay, so I am trying to get some scenes for a video, and I need it to be in 4K UHD. When I switch it to 4K, well, there it is. Keep it. Nope. Back to 1440p. Yay. Don't buy a cheap knockoff capture card, guys. Forza Horizon 5 is now my favorite driving game. I know it's meant for racing, but I've just found it really easy to just drive around casually. You know, it's easy to control the speed of the vehicle, and it's actually kind of fun. I know you're probably looking at me like, oh, you're so old and boring and lame. Just fucking speed through people. No, I just like to chill and drive slow, you know? Sometimes I like to take it easy. and it's really easy to control the speed, unlike GTA 4 and 5. I'll get to those games in a minute. It's good to finally play Microsoft Flight Simulator at higher graphics settings. I mostly just play this game only to fly by my own city, but for privacy reasons, I've decided to fly over other cities. I'm still not that good at flying, but I try my best. At first I hated GTA 5 Expanded and Enhanced, and I never wanted to try it out. But when I heard that they finally added ray tracing, a feature that was supposed to be in the day one release but never made it for some reason, and then they got folded on the internet, I decided to buy it, and also because it was on sale. And let me tell you, ray tracing makes a big difference. It fixes the reflection so you don't have to see those god-awful huddle of nothings on the ground. So Rockstar, please, please, please add these features on PC. I can't look at the original version the same way anymore. Anyway, about the driving. AI is really slow. In fact, they're significantly slower than the speed limit. Like, they're going 15 miles per hour on a 60 mile per hour road. Like, come on, bro. Step it up. So, because they're so slow, it just gets boring after a while. They're not realistic in any type of way, and Forza Horizon 5 is much more realistic in terms of AI, so that's a good thing. It's easier to fit in with them, but GTA 5, it's hard to fit in with the NPCs. Rocket League is another fun game that I like to play every now and then, but there aren't really any enhancements that I noticed, so I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. GTA 4 runs at a stable 60 FPS, but don't get all excited because that's not a good thing, and I'm about to tell you why. GTA 4 at 60 FPS is a broken mess, and I know this because my PC is so powerful that even at maxed out settings I still get high frame rates with that occasional lag every now and then. Certain parts of the game are broken. Some parts are just more impossible than they were before, such as the arm wrestling minigame in The Lost and Damned. Probably the worst because unless if you have big strong muscles like I don't, yeah, you're not getting past that. I would also like to point out how Rockstar literally made no attempt to fix any of these issues 15 years later. And because it's a console, there's no such thing as capping the frame rate to 30 frames per second. You're basically stuck with all the problems that it comes with, and there's nothing you can do about it. Any old game will struggle on 60 FPS because they were never optimized for 60 frames per second, because 30 was the gaming standard at the time. They weren't aiming for 60 frames per second. They weren't aiming for like the high frame rates. Nobody really knew much about that. They didn't really care that much. It was a different time. In terms of user interface, it doesn't really look that much different from the Xbox One. But then again, you remember that the Xbox One didn't always have that same UI. It was updated over time, and I guess Microsoft just stuck with the one they already had because they don't see a problem with it. You're starting to see this trend where things are just starting to look the same, yet they're considered a new generation somehow. But that just means that they're proud of what they worked on, so they're keeping it the way it is. And it's a good user interface, so I can't really complain. I also like how the transfer process was so simple. Everything we had on the Xbox One was transferred to the Xbox Series X, which is pretty cool. Alright, there's one thing that I just don't get. This makes no type of sense at all, and I think you can all agree with me. Why do we have to pay for Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus on console? We're already paying the internet bills. Why do we have to pay extra just to play online with our friends on consoles? This is why I'm a PC gamer. I mean, if I wanted to play online, that shit's free. I don't have to worry about paying an extra fee every single month or every few months. It makes no sense for us to be paying extra just to play with our friends. We can literally just do it for free on PC. As a PC gamer, I think the Xbox Series X is an amazing console. I love gaming at 4K because it looks beautiful, and I finally get to take advantage of my 4K television. It's also good for trying out games with ray tracing because my current graphics card can't handle ray tracing. So what do you guys think about the Xbox Series X? What console do you guys have? Or are you a PC gamer like I am? Make sure to leave some comments down below, And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and goodbye.